What is going on, Jeromes? I understand the Vikings are allegedly 0-3, but no time to cry in the breast milk. Back at it, 1-3, 2-3, 3-3. That's how the Vikings crawl back into this mother. And it all starts on Sunday at noon against the Carolina Panthers at Bofa Stadium. Adam Thielen, revenge game. What's going on, man? So here are 10 keys for a Vikings victory on Sunday. Number one, don't turn the friggin' ball over. So you're -7 in terms of turnover differential this year, which matters a lot. It's a lot more than point differential, despite what the media told you last year. So they're -3, -3, and -1 so far through 3 games, and it's unacceptable. And Kevin O'Connell's talked tough about, they can't fumble the football anymore. Yes, they cannot fumble the football, and part of that is game protection. Part of that is everything. So for the love of everything that's holy, for the love of blood pressure and cardiac states around a Vikings fandom, don't turf the football. That's it. Also, Kirk has 2 interceptions on the year, technically. One of them is on Hawkinson. One of them was on him. So, also don't do that. There we go. Also, can we get a freaking turnover of our own? I mean, Flores, a defense. Come on, one time. Next up, number 2. Heat on Bryce the Younger. So it looks like the number 1 overall pick is healed up from his ankle injury, even though I would actually be more concerned about the veteran Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, at this stage. But Bryce Young, number 1 overall pick out of Alabama. Let's go. Now, Flores and his defense is leading the league in blitz percentage at 63%. They're also in the bottom 5 in terms of pressure rate. So something's got to give. And whether it's being more creative up front with stunts and games and changing things up between zone blitz, man blitz, you're dropping into coverage and confusing this young kid, that's what Flores got to do. And I have confidence that he will do it. Also, the fact that the left side of the Panthers offensive line with Sticky Icky Ikwanu, last year's first-round pick, as well as this year's rookie Chandler Zavala. Kind of a sieve. I mean, Chandler Zavala gave up 14 pressures in the game last week against the Seahawks. So bring it on. Bring it on. The Vikings pass rush. Someone else has to step up besides Daniil. Someone else has to get home. Next up, number 3. I'm hooked on Thielen. Yeah. Also, we got first down flakes behind us. There we go. But Thielen right now is the wide receiver 1 on the Panthers. It's exactly what he wanted. He got some okay money, 3 years, $25 million, and he's getting all the targets. He's got 20 targets so far this season, going for 12, 221, 211, and 2. And he's the focal point of their passing game right now. With Wingo up on blocks, Chark sort of whatever. He is their wide receiver 1. So it would be a big time game for hopefully Murphy, and his hip is good to go. But also Caleb Evans redemption game will be great, as well as Mekhi Blackman. Now, what's interesting is that Thielen has only been teammates and practiced against Caleb, and that was only for 1 year. So the whole familiarity thing doesn't really go in his direction, or either direction actually. But Murphy is a free agent. Blackman is a rookie. So there you go. Yeah. Next up, key number 4 for the Vikings to win. Someone on defense be a hero. Like someone legitimately has to step up besides Daniil Hunter. Is it Pace Jr.? Does Pace Jr. have himself like a 3-sack game out of nowhere? It would be beautiful. Harrison Smith. Harrison's doing a lot of things that don't show up in the stat box. His presence is there, but can we get a Harrison sack one time? Harrison forced fumble. Cam Beasley has been playing fantastic. Do we get a Beasley interception this week? Or Jaquelin Roy, hopefully going to be active and getting after it. Does he get himself into the sack log? Or how about Hicks? How about Phillips? How about someone else besides Daniil step up on this freaking defense, man? Yeah. Next up, key number 5. Protect Kirko's rear end. So Reisner in the offensive line somewhere, whether it's left or right guard, do not care. If they're dedicated to getting the best 5 out there, just do that. And the Panthers, pass rush is pretty damn legit. So you got Burns, you got Brown, you got Frankie Lovu, former Jet, who could be dinged up for this game. You got Yetter Gross-Matos, who, hey, remember a couple years ago when every single mock draft had Yetter Gross-Matos to the Vikings, Yetter Gross-Matos to the Vikings, Yetter Gross-Matos to the Vikings. I actually think that he might be a Viking. who knows, man. Also, the veteran Justin Houston can still get some pressure on the quarterback too. So, I mean, the Vikings, they got to take care of business, and luckily, most of the pressure comes from the outside. Although Derek Brown and Shai Tuttle, they ain't nothing to sneeze at either. I mean, especially Derek Brown. Derek Brown would look good in purple, wouldn't he? Next up, key number 6. JJ needs 15 targets. So, Justin Jefferson allegedly going through a tough breakup right now. I mean, it would be beautiful if he. I mean, that's what happens with tough breakups, right? Like you out of spite, you're just like, I'm gonna better myself. I'm just gonna have. I'm gonna focus on my work. I'm gonna dive on in. I'm gonna do some great things. And JJ, how about like a 13 catch, 200 yard, 3 touchdown game, or hell, F it, 18 catch, which would be hard to do on 15 targets, but don't care. 300 yard receiving game. I don't know, but either way. Justin Jefferson having 0 goose egg D'Angelo Russell targets in the first quarter, like he did against the Chargers, unacceptable. So he needs to be part of the script. He needs to be part of the game plan right away and get him the ball as much as possible, especially with this Panthers secondary. So Henderson is a little bit dinged up, as well as they're without J.C. Horn already. So I think it's yum yum time. Next up, number 7. Win in the red zone. Frickin' A, man. So they're 1 of 4 in the red zone against the Chargers, which is so frustrating. And, of course, infamously, first and goal from the 3, and the 6, and he had 3 points from that. Unacceptable. They're 50% on the season, bottom third of the league, 5 of 10 on the year. They got to punch it in from the 20. And I know that's sort of been a bit of a blind spot with Kevin O'Connell so far through his first 2 years, but they got to figure things out, whether it's running the ball with Madison, whether it's 12 personnel. You got Hockenson and Oliver out there. You got the best wide receiver in the freaking league, too. Not only is he the best receiver, but also he's the number 1 decoy in the league, too. So someone else get free. Someone else get open and also hang on to the ball when you got it, man. Next up, key number 8. Ground and pound. So the Panthers, despite having a prodigious pass rush, they can give it away now on the ground. They're 27th in the league in rushing yards allowed with 410. They've allowed 6 rushing touchdowns and also 4.5 yards per carry. Plus, getting this offensive line some confidence, having them move forward as opposed to moving backwards, which would be great. Plus, taking the passionate Panthers fan base out of the crowd early, which would be fantastic. Plus, keeping play action viable. And whether it's Madison or Chandler or Akers, don't really care. Ooh, Ty Chandler, homecoming game. There you go. Bradbury looks to be back for this game, which would be good. Another homecoming guy. But, yeah, I think the Vikings just going in and just completely taking the air out of Bofa and getting it done on the ground, set things up for the passing game, will be the way to go. Next up, number 9, Hockenson, shake it off. So, yes, tight ends and Taylor Swift. But Hockenson has played phenomenal this year. He's top 3 in most statistical categories for tight ends. He is earning his money as the highest paid tight end in NFL history, with incentives above Darren Waller. But I mean, that was rough. Having that fumble on the first drive really. It sort of set off the day. Oh, here we go again. What could have been and should have been a scoring drive. And, of course, Hockenson on that final play getting 2 mitts on the ball, deflecting it up for an interception, would have been the game-winning score. But you got to put that aside, man. I mean, we're on to Carolina, and I think that he has to be a major part of this passing game. And also the Panthers are 10th worst in the league in terms of fantasy production by tight ends, so I think Hawk could have himself a big game too. Also Josh Oliver. Why the hell not? Lastly, number 10. One special play on special teams. Now, this key will continue until it is fulfilled. So we're talking about, hey, Coach Hat, Matt Daniels, like, I don't know, fake punt. How about a forced fumble on punt coverage? How about a field switching 75-yard freaking punt? How about a block punt or field goal? One thing on special teams. Third phase is where we need to steal one. Lastly, final score prediction. So Carolina's been plucky. I mean, outside that first game where Atlanta handled them pretty well at home, they played the Saints tough in Carolina week 2, and also they were in the Seahawks game for about 3 quarters. But this team ain't going to roll over and die. Like, they're looking to win a ball game too. Bryce Young has had moments of brilliance, but he's a rookie. Thielen is obviously determined to do a little something here, and the Panthers defense, especially their pass rush, is legit. But I think I think the Vikings sack up. I think they rally around Kirk. I think that they actually do get something going, and I think that the Vikings go in and they steal one on the road. Vikings 27, Carolina 23. Season saver. It's the flavor that you savor, and then come back week 5 with all the Swifties at US Bank Stadium. Do not care, and put the bank thing on the Chiefs. I'm about to whip somebody's ass. That's right, man. But that's it. That's Vikings-Panthers preview. What are your keys? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo, as well as check out the store, purpleftw.net. But until next time, Skull Production Value.